Welcome back to Character Conversions, where I try to bring fictional characters to life in D&D. Today we build the future Queen of the Giants, Diane, the Serpent Sin of Envy. For stats, we'll be using the standard array of the player's handbook, divided up as you see here. Charisma and Strength are our primary stats, with our magic being tied to Charisma and Strength being key for our Warhammer. We want to be able to take the beating we received from Dreyfus as well, so Constitution is also important. For race, the closest we can get to the giant race will be Goliath. This gives us a +2 to Strength and a +1 to Constitution, raising them to 16 and 14 respectively. Natural Athlete gives us proficiency with Athletics. Stone's Endurance allows us to reduce damage by 1d12 plus our Constitution modifier as a reaction once per short rest. Powerful Build makes us count as one size larger for carrying capacity, and Mountainborn gives us resistance to cold damage and means we are acclimated to high altitudes. Finally, we speak and write Common and Giant. For background, to represent our time as a child when we were lost in the wilderness with King, we are going with Fey Lost from Wild Beyond the Witchlight. This gives us proficiency with Deception and Survival, one music instrument of our choice, choose whatever fits your campaign, and the feature Feywild Visitor. This makes it so whenever we are asleep, the GM can make it so a Feywild spirit may pay us a visit. Whatever happens is up to the GM, but we are never harmed. For class, we will start off in Fighter, focusing in on our combat ability before our magical power. This gives us a d10 hit die, proficiency with Strength and Constitution saves, all armor and shields, as well as all weapons. And for skills, we will pick up Animal Handling and Perception. As a first level fighter, we gain a Fighting Style and Second Wind. For our Fighting Style, if you want to be able to fight without Gideon, pick up Unarmed Fighting. Otherwise, grab Great Weapon Fighting, allowing us to reroll 1s and 2s on damage. Second Wind will allow us to regain 1d10 plus our fighter level and hit points once per short or long rest as a bonus action. Our second level in Fighter gives us Action Surge, allowing us to take an additional action on our turn once per short or long rest. Our third level in Fighter means we choose our martial archetype. We're going with Rune Knight from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. This gives us proficiency with Smith's Tools, the Rune Carver ability, and Giant Might. For Rune Carver, we are choosing the Cloud and Frost runes. The Cloud rune will give us advantage on sleight of hand and deception checks. In addition, we can use our reaction to switch the target of an attack within 30 feet to another target within 30 feet. Once per long rest. A nice stand-in for Gideon's Lightning Rod ability. The Frost rune gives us advantage on animal handling and intimidation checks. In addition, once per long rest, we can give ourselves a +2 bonus on strength and constitution checks and saves for 10 minutes. Finally, Giant Might is where we get to really feel like Diane. As a bonus action for 1 minute, we grow to large size if the rune permits us to grow to that large, meaning as an 8-foot tall Goliath, we need to at least have 16 feet of clearance. We have advantage on strength checks and saves, and once on each of our turns, one of our attacks with a weapon or an unarmed strike can deal an extra 1d6 damage. We can do this a number of times equal to our proficiency bonus each long rest. Our fourth level in Fighter grants us our first ability score improvement. We will trade this for the Resilient feat, choosing to increase our Charisma by +1 to 16 and giving us proficiency with Charisma saves. For our fifth level in Fighter, we gain extra attack, allowing us to make 2 attacks when we take the attack action instead of 1. At 5th level, we will now multi-class over to Sorcerer, specifically a Giant Soul Sorcerer from Unearthed Arcana 51. This gives us a d6 hit die, Jotun Resistance, Mark of Ordning, 4 Cantrips, and 2 first level spells. Jotun Resilience gives us an additional 1 hit point per level in this class. Our Mark of Ordning will be for Stone Giants, giving us Entangle and Resistance to spells without counting against us. And at 3rd level, we gain Spike Growth. For Cantrips, we'll pick up Blade Ward, Booming Blade, Gust, and Mold Earth. Our 2 first level spells will be Earth Tremor and Shield. As a 2nd level sorcerer, we gain Font of Magic and another first level spell. Font of Magic gives us sorcery points equal to our level. These can be spent as a bonus action to create spell slots, or in the reverse, turning spell slots into sorcery points. For a spell this level, we will grab Catapult. 8th level and our 3rd level in Sorcerer gives us access to Meta Magic and our first 2nd level spell. For our 2 metamagic options, we'll grab Quicken Spell, allowing us to cast a spell as a bonus action, Wind Spell, allowing us to turn a spell with 1 target into a spell with 2 targets. For our 2nd level spell, we will grab Earthbind to stay on theme with Earth-based magic. 9th level and 4th level in Sorcerer is our next ability score improvement. We will drop this into our Charisma, raising it to an 18. Next, we'll gain another Cantrip and another 2nd level spell. For our Cantrip, we will grab Sword Burst, and for our spell, let's go with Dust Devil, as a weaker approximation of Diane's ability to conjure Earth Golems. As a 5th level sorcerer, we gain 3rd level spells. We're going to pick up Erupting Earth, perhaps to represent Ground Gladius. As a 6th level giant soul, we gain Soul of Lost Ostoria and another 3rd level spell. Soul of Lost Ostoria makes it so that immediately after casting Entangle, Resistance, or Spike Growth, we gain a bonus to our AC equal to our Constitution modifier until the end of our next turn. For a 3rd level spell this level, let's grab Haste, perhaps to represent the Dance of the Giants. 12th level and 7th level in Sorcerer is our first 4th level spell. We're going with Stone Skin to represent the heavy metal ability of Giants. As an 8th level Sorcerer, we gain our next ability score improvement. We'll drop this into our Constitution, raising it to a 16. And for a 4th level spell this level, we'll pick up Ice Storm. Sadly, there just weren't any more Earth spells. 14th level and 9th level in Sorcerer is our first 5th level spell. We'll pick up Wall of Stone. 10th level sorcerers gain another metamagic option, a cantrip, and a 5th level spell. For metamagic, we will grab Empower Spell to reroll up to our Charisma modifier and damage dice. Our cantrip will be Mending, and for our next 5th level spell, we will grab Control Winds. Just imagine it involving a whole lot of spinning that hammer around. 16th level and 11th level in Sorcerer is our 6th level spell. Perfect choice here, of course, being Move Earth. 17th level is our final ability score improvement. We will trade this for the Tough Feat, giving us an additional 2 hit points per level. As a 13th level sorcerer, we gain our 7th level spell. We are going to go with Reverse Gravity. Not exactly Earth-based, but if you raise enough stuff into the air, you can slam it back down like Mother Catastrophe. 19th level, as a 14th level giant soul, we gain the Rage of Fallen Ostoria ability. This, once per short rest, when we cast a sorcerer spell, we can increase our size by 1 category for 1 minute. This grants us an additional 1 hit point per sorcerer level, increases our reach by 5 feet, our walking speed by 5 feet, and we have advantage on strength checks and saves. And a bonus on damage rolls with melee attacks equal to our Constitution modifier. The fun part is, if we happen to be using our Giant Might ability from Rune Knight, the effect should stack, allowing us to be the full 30-foot tall size Diane we are meant to be. 20th level, the capstone of our build, is our 8th level spell. We'll grab the only Earth-based spell this level, Earthquake. End result sees us with an average of 198 hit points and an AC of at least 16, 21 if we use Shield. We average 8 damage with our Warhammer, 17 damage a round. This is increased by +3 a round if we use our Giant's Might's ability, with an additional +3 per hit if we are also using Rage of Fallen Ostoria, for a total average of 26 per round. Not a whole lot, but when combined with our high health and decent AC, we can afford to be fighting for the long haul. Our assortment of Earth-based spells will allow us to really control the battlefield, as many of them create difficult terrain alongside dealing decent damage and area effects. Best part is we can quicken these spells to allow us to keep swinging away with Gideon. While not my favorite sin, I do think this build has some potential and could be quite fun. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment your opinions or suggestions for new builds. I hope all your 20s are natural. See you next time.